Get close, everybody, because we've got a zombie game called Snuff. Where were we? Here we are. Let's see. I am the biggest piece of garbage a mother could ever give birth to. A mother could ever give birth to. I am not even worthy being part of your masterpiece. Spare my life, please. I beg of you. Or the first option. I'm sorry because you're a fat fucking loser, seeking validation from fucking degenerates eager to see innocent people die. Nah, I went for the first option. Do you want an award or flattery, you sick motherfucker? Oh, yeah. Your flattery doesn't stop there. Sitting there in your little chair, you must be suffocating it with your big fat ass. In fact, the only thing I beg is that you don't even get up. The gravitational force field of your anus is going to suck us all in if you let it catch air for once. You hear a female laughter in the background. A part of you feels it was worth insulting your judge and executioner just to make Nick's laugh. The last good deed before hearing the TV turn off. This was the end. Ah yeah, same thing. I'm gonna get poured by acid and stuff. Let's see. Nah. Tell me what to do, for God's sake. Alright, old man. Let's go for the second option. And I am the biggest piece of garbage. Even after wiping his ass with your words, the director still doesn't say anything. You have the feeling that you should say something more. No fucking way I'm gonna tell you anything else. No fucking way I'm gonna tell you anything else, you shit-eating pig. Same thing, yeah. Okay. You start crying out in terror. Told you to make me cry, not for you to start whining, you bitch. One of the director's henchmen kicks you in the face, leaving the imprint of his soul marked in the middle of your face. You begin to see stars. You have no time to recover. Rather, you come up with a good excuse or it's the end for you. Time to lick the director's ass. Yeah, Daddy, please don't kill your baby girl. The audience started to laugh at your expense. They were amused to see you crawling around like a worm licking your host's ass. Okay, if the little girl insists in wanting to satisfy Daddy and behave well, then great. Put him back in his place, guys. Let's act as if nothing happened, little boy. You feel how Daddy winks at you. You feel violated, and with your pride on the floor as dirty as the guts of a freshly crushed cockroach, yet alive. The director's goons tie you up back to the chair where you woke up in this nightmare. They take off your lace, but without yet giving you back your freedom, you are equal parts relieved and disgusted. The show must go on. Now, with no more dilly-dallying and bullshit, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the first game of the night. The clapping and cheering your hair sound like they're canned straight out of cheap sitcom. Enjoy my grand masterpiece for your amusement. It's a privilege for you all to be here, especially behind the cameras and not as tonight's guests. Director's inflated ego and stale humor see you through even without him being on set. You turn your head up upon hearing a noise behind you. You see a masked employee pushing some kind of coffin on the cart. How thoughtful they've gone to the trouble of picking out my eternal resting place. You think sarcastically about your dire predicament. At least with luck, your remains will rest in one piece. You glance over at Nix. See the director's assistant leaning against one of the many cameras, her gaze instant, twirling with one of her red braids. Let's see. Save here. Psst, hey, cutesy, a little help if you can. I find it hilarious how much of a fucking retard you are. His screams almost deafen you through the earpiece. Despite this, perhaps out of simple absent-mindedness, you dare to interrupt the ringmaster's brilliant narcissistic speech. I was bored, plain and simple. And you just felt like chatting up my assistant, you baboon. The director is incredulous at your honesty. Nix, take the electric baton and fry your fan's balls. Nix stands up from her resting spot. One of the thugs tosses her the weapon mentioned by the director. She begins walking towards you. At least I never wanted children, you console yourself. You look at me straight in the eye of your gaze because you're better than this and you know it. The woman with crystal eyes and fiery hair returns your gaze. That facade of a femme fatale fades away, revealing the shades of a scared little girl. Lower her eyes deep down and you don't trust her, or you keep looking into her eyes, ready to endure until the end. You challenge and test the humanity of your own tormentor. The woman with crystal eyes and fiery hair meets your gaze, and you get lost in the crystal blue sea of her eyes. The gaze strikes with decision your noble parts. You feel the pressure, but the sparks are conspicuous by their absence. Next, my dear, did you happen to turn it on? A sense of humor deflates with his evident irritation. It's now working, boss. One of these imbeciles must have broken it. Nix replies, tossing the stick to one of the employees. He tries to activate it, waving it in the air as if it were a toy magic wand, but the magic refuses to show itself. That's what you get for buying the cheap stuff, darling. You see Nix holding a pair of batteries in her hand. Her fingers, the middle and index, shaping a peace sign on purpose. You give her a grateful smile, trying to mask it with a faint look of confusion. Lucky son of a bitch, let's get on with the fucking movie, says the host just before the baton is even checked. You can tell his assistant knows him very well. He knows about his childish impatience. The director's employees return to their posts, including Nix. The real show starts now. Get my star ready, gentlemen. At the order of the director, you are finally released. No leashes, no ties, you feel free, trapped in that hell. A placebo effect of false freedom. You rush towards the cameras, a frenzy, searching for freedom. Why would you do that? You don't move a muscle, you're terrified. Why not? No one stops you as you run. A spark of hope ignites within you, the genuine possibility of escaping this hell. But maybe that's just what they want you to feel. Suddenly, a man with a deer head stands in your path. The guy is massive, standing around 6.5 feet. What stands out other than his size is his striking red business suit, offset by a black shirt and a white tie. You stay still. No fucking way you can beat him. You can restrain the viral member. You feign to decide to try to confuse him. I feel like number 2 would help. Kick him in the balls. Deerman stood impassively. As you recover from the shock, that monster seized your leg. It pulled at you as if you were a poorly placed sack of potatoes and you crumpled to the ground. Oh crap. A giant with antlers took a step forward, twisted your leg sharply and pressed down on your waist, declaring complete dominion over you. Chill, big guy, your tormentor shouts at the deer-headed man. If you off him now, we'll have deer steak for dinner, compliments of the boss. The beast obeys the beauty, retracting its claws from you. Struggles to stand due to the pain, which is a good sign. It means you're still alive and still have bones left to break. Allow me to introduce Santa Claus's favorite assistant, the handsome cousin of fucking Rudolph. He might not have a red nose, but he'll leave you black and blue if you try to play games with me. Oh wait, is that the director speaking? Presenting Mr. Deer. Applause echoes like the crowd at an amateur freak wrestling show. This crazy son of a bitch must have lived in a world of his own. This crazy son of a bitch must have lived in yeah, I just said that. His own bubble where he thinks he's damn Scorsese. Yeah. You're not a film critic, but you don't need to be one to realize this. Nick strides over to where you lay sprawled on the floor, resembling a critter flattened by a truck on the highway. The woman yanks you up by the armpits, and the bones in your waist emit a crack as you're hoisted to your feet. You can walk, but the pain is enough to make you curse Rudolph's hormone-induced ancestors. Shortly after, the director's assistant guides you to another corner of the room. You walk among the cameras and notice that no one operates them, even the oldest ones that require a crank wind themselves up. They turn silently like mechanical beasts whose red recording lights mimic the eyes of predators in the night. Finally, you're stopped in front of a black metal door, almost invisible in the dim light of the recording studio. Behind you, the squeal of a cart breaks the silence. A dark coffin emerges, almost blending with the shadows, reflecting the faint light of the spotlights on its polished edges. The employer places it in front of the door, leaving you and Nix in between. Nick's hair shines like a torch of red fire amidst the darkness. You hear a megaphone come to life. Your guide is calling you. Welcome to the labyrinth. The showman shouts at the top of his lungs. Where you can leave your mother-in-law, the math teacher who always failed you, or even better, your kids if you want to get rid of them without the law knowing. Scout's honor. The spotlight turns on directly above you. Has the spoiled brat act worn off yet? The director demands to know from you. Up until now, you've been a bad girl. Stop disappointing Daddy, okay? And without waiting for an answer, Daddy speaks for you. Oh no, Daddy's mad at you. No cheap manipulative winding. You don't want to make your fans cry, do ya? The entrance to the maze opens with a deafening noise, as if trapped souls are trying to escape after failing to do so in life. There you go. When it fully opens, it reveals a bottomless abyss. However, you can see glimmers of light on its sides. They are mirrors. You hear the coffin creak open behind you. Fucking run already. Don't look back. Oh, really? Nix kicks you and you hear the roar of a chainsaw, giving you more than enough reason to bolt straight into the maze. Oh, so we got somebody chasing us, right? As you enter, several lights come on and you see your reflection in the walls, being chased by a massive man with a bull's head, an apparent minotaur hot on your heels with chainsaw in hand. At the end of the corridor, you see your own self straight ahead, with your pursuer just a few meters behind you. There are two ways to pick. Choose or die. Let's see, I'm a left-handed person, so let's go left. You run towards your left side, running with your eyes closed, spitting like an animal, running, alright, until you hit a dead end. Oh crap. You cloud your own reflection. Try to climb the mirrors in vain. Without turning around, the minotaur starts sawing your torso. You fall to the ground, the pain is so intense that you almost go into shock, using one of your arms as a shield. Your butcher cuts it like butter. You maintain consciousness until you see that monster starting to gut you with its serrated teeth. You feel the rust caressing your insides until everything turns dark. Alright, let's go to the right. Quickly turn to the right, almost at ground level. Find yourself in an endless hallway flanked by mirrors. The white lights, similar to those of a laboratory, flicker in rhythm with the mechanized echoes of your pursuer, which reverberate between the walls. As you move forward, you can make out a door in the distance with a glowing sign that reads exit. An exit sign? Really? Come on. The fuck is this Looney Tunes bullshit? You think before coming to a set stop looking for an alternative? Let's just check it just in case. The miniature. Oh wait, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go. Yeah, load it. Speed up and get the fuck out of here. Even on the brink of a heart attack, you keep up the pace until you reach the end of the hallway. Crash into the door. The mirror located right above you allows you to see the minotaur picking up speed. Open up, for fuck's sake, you shout as you desperately pound on the door. Don't be rude, ask nicely like I taught you. The minotaur is about to catch you. Open the door, ass clown. Well, I see I'm a worse father than I thought. I thought I had taught you manners. Too bad. Cold steel of a chainsaw penetrates your back, the exposed flesh boiling with pain. You fall to the ground, feeling your life escape you in a torrent of crimson. Even so, you still try to open the door in vain, but you no longer have the strength for more than a weak caress on its surface. Your gaze like that of a head cattle in the slaughterhouse without escape massacred as such. Okay, right. And next is son, really? The minotaur tackles you, throwing you to the ground. He doesn't care that you're tired of living. Better for him. Oh shit, you killed me? Jason starts slicing your stomach, leaving your intestines hanging. Your screams bounce along the hallway of mirrors, the echoes of pain mixing with the background laughter of the audience, until you can no longer hear the cheers for your performance. So we look down. You see black puddles to the left, dried blood perhaps, their edges splash towards the right. The row of chainsaw brushes against your neck. Right. Turn to the right. Speed up. Open up. Please, Daddy, open up. The door opens and you've dragged inside just as it shuts behind you, muffling the roar of the chainsaw. You find yourself in a sterile white room, reminiscent of a hospital's cold operating theaters. Cameras surround you, pointed from every angle, and a group of employees, all in suits and masks, scrutinize you intently. You can feel the artist's gaze pierce through to your very soul, with your heart threatening to jump out of your throat. The applause is deafening, paired with the blinding light of the spotlights. Amidst the howls of the audience, you manage to pick out the director's voice. You and I need to have a chat, sweetheart. Your master tugs on the leash tied to your mind. You sense something is off. We are not satisfied. The director's complaints blare through multiple suddenly activated megaphones, accompanied by the roar of the audience. The onslaught is so overwhelming that, at least for a moment, you find yourself wanting to curl up in a fetal position for cover. Let's see. What have you done with next? I don't see her. What the hell do you want with that whore now? Move here, I sort of blow it up myself. Several thugs grab you by your hands, legs, arms, neck, and even your eyes, digging their fingers in. They lift you up together. You resist in vain by pure instinct. You pass through various doors, catching glimpses of hallways with blinding white lights. Several doors later, you arrive at a room with a circular cage, inside of which is a burly, almost naked man of roughly your weight, wearing only dirty underwear. Well, looks like we were right. You can let go now and stop groping me, you perverts. Save here. Option 1. You're thrown against the bars of the cage. Tasting the cold metal's rust, they pick you up again and kick you back inside the cage. Inside, you get a closer look at who would be your opponent. A seemingly normal man, perhaps another victim like you. You find yourselves about 6 meters apart. Oh. He turns around, revealing his lips sewn shut, with festering sores at the corners. His eyes are red with madness, desperation, and a will to live. The dark circles around his eyes aren't just from fatigue, but also from the oceans of tears he must have shed before getting here. Just like you, he will fight for his life. Nothing personal. You just wait for your lord and master to give the order. Yeah, second option. Just like at school, beat each other up, or better yet, stabbing each other to death. 2 military knives drop in front of you, right in between the two of you. The metallic clang as they hit the floor is the signal. Kill or be killed. You run towards the knives like there's any other option. You both sprint towards your only available weapons and are just half a meter away from each other. You lunge your opponent, pick up the knife, you attempt to kick your opponent in the face before he arms himself. The third option seems pretty nice. The man with stone lips grabs your leg, causing you to lose your balance and fall to the ground. Your opponent, already armed, begins to stab you as if possessed by a demon, with their eyes stained red from your own blood. Aw, man, I'm dead. As your gaze begins to lose its vital shine, the pain is so intense that your body goes into shock and you feel nothing no more. The last thing you see before your death are the white lights on the ceiling, seeking eternal rest from your torturous earthly existence. Aw, man, I'm dead. Nothing personal. His expression doesn't change. He doesn't give a damn about your empathy. He just wants to get it over with as soon as possible, one way or another. Run towards the knives. Pick up the knife and attack first. I could lunge, but then again, I could get counterattacked. So I guess the second option is better. Pick up a knife and attack first. Oh, there you go. You take a quick step forward to close the distance. Your opponent steps back, but you continue your knife strikes aimed at their neck, their blood. Don't stop, there's no turning back. You are in a frenzy, still having enough energy to keep on the offensive. Your opponent can barely hold on until they trip and fall backwards. You don't want to give them a chance to get up. You stab him in the heart. Right after a couple of seconds, your enemy drops the knife. A merciful death. You could say you did him a favor. You hear the cheers of your fans, a brutal death, as well as an absolute victory. The audience cheers surprises contempt without you being the one drowning in his own blood. Finally, my princess has grown some balls. You hear your carnival guide shout, proclaiming that his broken toy has been fixed by a harmless bloodbath. Daddy is so proud of his princess, but don't expect a warm shower. I won't tolerate any more of your whims for today. They won't let me go. They won't let their rising star escape, you say to yourself. You know this nightmare isn't over. You'll have to play along, but for now, at least you're alive. Let's save here. Where's Nyx? What's left of her, you mean? Oh shit. Don't worry, I haven't killed her off. My boss just made sure to remind her that I don't find it amusing when they interfere while we're shooting. Her personal escort arrives. It's time to meet Nyx. They escort you through what it seems like an underground network of recording studios, a complex devoted to taboo entertainment where morality is the only thing forbidden. The walls, as white as clean as those of a hospital, contrast jarringly with the obscene filth they contain. You think of the big shots, politicians, and other degenerate bastards with excess capital and so much free time to revel in the unfortunate souls trapped in this whitewashed hell. As you move forward, grotesque echoes of pain are heard, and others you don't recognize or wish not to know. Can't help but hope that none of those voices you hear belong to Nyx. You stop right in front of one of the many doors. It's astonishing that they know which one they're looking for. There are no numbers or letters indicating anything. 2 minutes. Don't make us wait when we come back. With those words, they'll leave you alone for the first time. There's no point trying to escape without getting lost and ending up as an unexpected last-minute guest on a live recording. You open the door. The room is illuminated by a single light in the center of the ceiling, a screw-in bulb shining as brightly as a lighthouse. Okay, in the engulfing darkness that consumed the rest of the space. Wait, oh shit! I have to censor this. Beneath the halo of light lay a motionless woman with her face pressed against the ground, wearing only one boot, and a shattered glittering mask lay beside her. Her red braids blended with the flesh bloodstains on her clothing. You rush towards Nyx. Oh shit, she got beat up and stuff. Her skin, as white as snow, is covered in bruises from head to toe, with cigarette burns all over her back. Her clothes are torn apart, but they can still recover her modesty. It doesn't seem she was raped. Her knuckles, clad in mittens, are smeared with blood, but there isn't much on her arms. She must have defended herself as best as she could. You cradle her head with care, fearing the worst. Oh man. Her lips are swollen like plums, his neck red with scratches, signs of attempted suffocation, her left eye black as a raisin. Her forehead was covered in his own blood. It would be a miracle if she were still alive. Don't die on me now. I wanted to thank you at least before I am the one who dies. Don't be such a drama queen, darling. Nyx replies to you as she opens her right good eye, a diamond which looks like an eye. Got a cancer stick? You pick up a used cigarette from the ground, the only one you have at hand. I'll take it. Pass it to me. You put the cig close to her bleeding lips. Sorry for being such an annoying whore, but if you can light it for me too, please. Use the lighter in my back pocket. You find the lighter and light her cigarette. Okay. Thanks, handsome. We have no choice but to help each other until we get out of this shithole. I know you have a lot of questions, but as cliche as it sounds, I'm assuming we don't even have enough time to smoke this smoke in peace. And now you're taking this mysterious femme fatale act to a whole new level. Maybe a bit too much, don't you think? We'll get out of this shit, I promise. What the actual fuck were you thinking back there helping me? You don't know shit about. Number 1. And you're a lovable asshole. The woman with bleeding diamond eyes responds, giving you a playful slap on the back of your head. On the back of your head, there you go. You're each other's only company in this hell. Maybe you can escape together. Not if you have to kill each other first. Wait, that's it? Come on, dude. What if we'll get out of this shit, I promise. As long as I don't have to carry you, I'm good. You grin like a drunken fool, elated by your modest luck while trapped in this twisted underworld. Did you cross someone? Owed money? Who knows? You can't even remember anything before becoming the star of the show. That's it? Really? What the actual fuck were you even thinking back there helping me? You don't even know shit about. Ahem. The woman interrupts you, putting a finger in your mouth. And why did you come looking for a crazy ass bitch like me who goes around saving unknown asses? Infallible logic. Take a breath and for a moment forget your dire circumstances, watching the smoke dance from her mouth. That is until you remember that you have to escape from this hellhole. With or without her. With or without your life. Okay, but I just want a break from this shit, at least for today. You're escorted out of the cage by the director's goods and you go along without resisting. Walk through an endless series of hallways, their white walls reminiscent of a psychiatric hospital so clean and sterile that it's almost as jarring as the macabre shows they match with their fake pure white. You hear screams from other actors like you, ranging from chilling cries of pain to sadistic shouts of pleasure. If walls could feel, they would weep blood. Your mind teeters on the brink of madness, seeking shelter in the dark corner of your subconscious. Oh, there you go. Hey, we're resting. They lead you to a cell with no windows or bars that allow you to see beyond its four inner walls. Inside, the smell of dampness pervades, and darkness envelops you as soon as they shut the door behind you. You manage to find a bed. It seems there's no one else in here, just you and your thoughts. Sleep. That's it, right? Okay. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, we've done this before. You're put inside the cage. Okay, same thing. Makes sense you weren't satisfied and all, and I mean, for something called a maze, it was kinda underwhelming, don't you think? You try to downplay the situation. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, okay. What if we dodged that guy? You faded aside trying to confuse him. You passed right by that behemoth of a man. The dear man snatches your wrist, squeezing it with an unnatural strength. You allow yourself to be overpowered, realizing the futility of hand-to-hand combat with this creature. However, the dear man doesn't relent. His grip tightens. Your hand turns blue and you're on the brink of unconsciousness. Force you to the ground, begin to trample your abdomen with his boots as if marking his territory. A gunshot reverberates, blasting against the ceiling, and fragments of plaster rain down to the floor. The deer-headed figure turns its gaze toward the source of the shot, its empty, glassy eyes. You catch your own reflection, giving an eerie impression that it's watching you at all times. Where its dead puppy eyes are supposed to be looking, you see a masked employee holding a still smoking pistol aimed towards the sky. The scent of gunpowder intoxicates your senses. A megaphone crackles to life, emitting the unmistakable signal of the director's entrance. Mr. Deer, there's still plenty of footage left. I don't want to wrap up the shoot prematurely. A thug sporting the most extravagant look and the least original name imaginable releases you instantly. Next, take him to the maze. I think I've started season enough by now. Okay. Same thing? Right. Wait, does it matter? So, is it the same thing? Huh, alright. I thought it was gonna be different. You don't move a muscle, you're terrified. Breathe silence except for your own breathing. Soon after, you start hearing the laughter of your own audience in the background. They're laughing at you, enjoying your terror. Your sudden freedom leaves you as bewildered as a deer caught in the headlights, just moments before being struck. It seems Aristotle has stage fright. Remarks voice booming over the sinister laughter of his audience. Nix, get him out of there before he shoots himself. As Nix moves towards you, the director joins the deranged chorus filling the ambience. The inhuman smiles perform around you, accompanied by the cacophony of hyenas laughing and the omnipresent voice that feeds their twisted minds. Don't give these psychos a second thought, sweetie. They want to see you fucked up. Leave them hanging. She whispers on the side opposite the earpiece you're wearing. Then, with surprising gentleness, she takes your arm, reminding you of the feeling of a mother taking her son to his first day of school. Ah, same thing, eh? I think we've done everything now. Because what else is there? Ignore the presentation. Next walks towards you after finishing the presentation, which you ignored. Same thing. You're awful, as if I would rejoice. Feel like we've done everything now. Yeah, I feel like that's all the endings, but we never actually truly escape, huh? Well, that sucks. So yeah, I think this is it. Hey, wait, not here. Yep. So, this is Snuff. That's the ending? I mean, it's not an ending because... yeah, nothing ends. And I can't even hide this, huh? Why can I not hide this? Oh, there you go. So yeah, this is Snuff. Pretty interesting, but I kind of want to know why our main character was put in there or something. And who is this next fella? Why are they nice and stuff? But it's pretty fun. Pick your own adventure kind of game. Want to try the game for yourselves? The links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.